All right, so this morning with Miss Murph here, we're gonna try a compression harness as well as turning and then cheese for treats and reward. The main goal here still right now is to get her to recognize the leash pressure that's happening and then respond appropriately. And because a lot of her reactivity is due to fixation on a target, we're gonna do complete 180-degree turns when we pull on the leash, or when she pulls on the leash as well, to get her attention and to kind of catch back up to us for a treat or a reward. Okay? So, so now that we have her attention, I'm gonna break off a little bit of cheese. See if that's something that she'll enjoy. Yep. Seems like she's interested. And this will also be important for why it's good to have something that they want to be rewarded for. Yes, good girl. Because now you can see we have the opposite problem of yesterday when we were struggling to get any kind of focus from her at all. And now we have a lot of focus and attention. Almost too much. Here we go. Yes, very good. Good. So long as the leash is nice and loose and she follows me and focuses on me, I'll give her a reward, and we'll go over how to wean off of this later on. But it's much better that we have this going on where we have focus and she feels rewarded for checking in, as opposed to having to struggle the entire time trying to get her attention with the leash pressure that she was ignoring. So now we can trigger a new event for her. When she feels the leash pressure, she knows to turn around and come to me for a treat. And that's what we're just going to be working on this morning. Maybe today as well. A lot of times people underestimate the value of just practicing basics over and over again. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, perfect. That's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for her to overshoot. I trigger that leash pressure. She feels it, comes back right away for a reward. It's really good. We'll do the same thing too, probably this evening. Try to record that as well, but just with her name. Yes, good girl. The reason why I'm not doing it right now is because I really want to try to just focus on leash pressure for this session, and then we'll do a combination of name and leash pressure for the other one. Yes, good girl. Okay. I'm not worried about how far we go. I'm not worried about when we get there. All I'm worried about is when that leash is tight. Yes, good girl. She recognizes it and comes back to me. Good girl. We might also go shopping a little later on for like an easy walk, something that'll turn her from the front to make it easier as well for her parents. Yes, good girl, very good. Took her a moment there, but she got distracted by something. But that's even better because it means she got distracted. She pulled herself through that distraction to go back to me for the treat. And that's what we're gonna need ultimately, is for her to redirect herself from her distractions, her nose, as well as her excitement from seeing pups and coming back and redirecting to us. I'm just going forward on the trail or on the sidewalk here whenever there's no pressure. And then I'm just turning around temporarily during the exercise. And then we just keep going again. I'll probably keep this video nice and short just because I only brought one cheese treat this time around, and we're doing it every time. Later on, we'll do it every other time or every third time, and then every third to fifth time. But we'll at least mark and praise her each time she does redirect. And I'll show you what that looks like the next time she starts pulling. Or here we go. Yes, good girl, this way. Very good, good girl. Now I'm gonna hold her attention for a little bit. Good girl, and now I'm going to reward her. When she's right next to me / behind me, we want her kind of in this general box. Good girl when she gets rewarded. Being in front and coming back is just fine too for the beginning, but I really want to try to get her conditioned to walk, so we're within line of sight of her to make it easier for her to know when we actually move away or change directions. And that's how you can also make your treats last a little longer, is not just rewarding them for the first task, but then combining it with a secondary task and then prolonging the focus and then really rewarding her at the end for focusing and maintaining focus on you. So at the very beginning, we just did a simple refocus and reward, and now we're doing a little bit more of a refocus and maintaining focus for a reward. Okay. And I'm just trying to keep up with her. If she goes too fast and starts pulling, that's when I'll redirect her back to me with the leash. And I said, this is still perfectly okay because she is using her nose and we're walking together and she's still not pulling, right? Especially in our case right now, it also helps me to extend the amount of treats that I have for the session. And even though this one will be short, we'll go back, give her a break for a little bit, and maybe load up 2 for the next one. This one's taking a little while longer. Yes, good girl, come on. Good job, good. And sometimes it's good that she forgets what we were doing for a while. You kind of see there. Good girl. Yes, very good. Because then she has to think about what she should be doing when she feels that leash pressure. Very good. Good girl. All right, let's go back. Very good. And so long as she wants to maintain focus, then what I'll do is I'll start counting either how long or how many steps that she keeps a good heel with me, and then I'll reward accordingly as well. A lot of dogs are supposedly lactose intolerant, but the fact that her parents know that she likes cheese for treats probably means that it'll be okay on her digestive system. I still want to make sure that we kind of take it easy and let her process things, and then kind of go a little bit more heavy-handed on the rewards, just so that way we don't upset her stomach. And I do that with any kind of treats as well. It's just good practice. Had to pull her away from the grass there. Yes, good girl. Very good. Good girl. So what I'll do, yes, good girl, very good, perfect. Got a little bit of micromanagement there because we wanted to keep her off the yard still. So just tug the leash just a little bit, and she was responsive to it, so that's really good. Good girl. And now we're gonna go ahead and continue rewarding while she's focusing on us. Yes, good girl, good catch. Okay. Now I'm gonna turn. Perfect, and she's still focused, so I'm gonna give her a reward for that. Good girl. I said this is going to be one thing that really helps us in the long term, so I really want to go ahead and reward and repeat this process as much as possible. So the cheese treats definitely seems to be helping, because it's something that she's really interested in working for, which is perfect. And every pup is going to be different. It's not always going to have to be treats. Sometimes it can be toys or balls. Yes, very good, perfect. So there, she felt the leash pressure because she ran forward to see that gentleman real quick, but then she felt the leash pressure and redirected. So I went ahead right away and gave her that reward. Good job. That's the behavior we want to promote. Oh my goodness. Very good. Good. Here, so she was amping herself up a little bit and getting ready to bark, but she actually redirected herself on her own. I didn't call her name. I didn't tug on the leash. She just thought, hey, if I check in with this person, then I can get what I want. And that's perfect. Good girl. Okay. Yeah, I always want to have something to help. Oh, okay, I dropped the last piece. You always want to have something to help incentivize at first while you're reconditioning behaviors, just because it helps to keep the pup motivated. Just like when she's doing well, good girl, it helps to keep us motivated, as opposed to just getting frustrated for not making any progress. We'll go ahead and we'll start heading back, give her a quick break, and I'll probably cut the cheese into thinner or smaller slices too, especially when we're going to be doing high repetitions of a higher value treat. You want to try to make those as small as possible, because we're going to be giving her it more often. And then there's going to be some other exercises where, we can give her one larger, higher value treat for doing a string of exercises, or good girl, or maintaining focus for quite a while. Good girl. So she's doing really good there. Go ahead and end the video here, just because we'll be doing the same thing on the way back, but I'll just be replacing the treats with some extended praise and some pets, some back scratches. All right, this is definitely a good sign. Good girl. Oh my goodness, face.